This altcoin is the biggest gainer out of the top 300 tokens, and this is going to be the first of many more pumps. We covered this token last year and it did a 10x, but it has since consolidated and is getting ready for a next major move. Now we're talking about Aerodrome, and you can see it is up 16% today. We're going to cover why, and then we're going to go into the charts. But first, I want to show you when we first threw it on your radar, this was so old, I actually mispronounced the name. All right, folks, the coin we are talking about is Aerodrome, and this is the central trading and liquidity marketplace on Base. Aerodrome. God, I was such a young idiot back then. Now, we talked about that February 29th. I actually filmed that February 28th, and you can see we were giving you a fantastic entry on this token right about right there, 25 cents. I think in that video it was only listed as 20 cents. So we're putting this on your radar at 20 cents, and it shot all the way up to above $2. So hopefully a lot of you took some profit. But since then, it has consolidated, and now, like I said, it is gearing up for another major move. Now, the reason it is up over 16% today is because of this news right here. Huge news from the Aerodrome team. We will be integrating decentralized exchanges from Base directly into the main Coinbase app, enabling Coinbase users to access and trade millions of assets on chain. Or in other words, Aerodrome's trading execution will soon be coming to millions of Coinbase users. The world is coming on chain. So basically, the Coinbase app is directly integrating Aerodrome. This is going to skyrocket the amount of users of the Aerodrome ecosystem. And the dApp itself is pretty simple. It has a trading feature, also has liquidity providing features, aka DeFi, and it also has a voting feature, which would be known as governance. And in the voting, you can lock and vote for pools to earn the fees and the incentives. Now, some of these percentages in their DeFi ecosystem are nuts. Now, these are very risky. I'm not recommending you do this without serious knowledge, but APR is up to 1,000%. Well, let's get to the good part, and that's going to be the price prediction. Now, remember, we told you about this February 2024. Such a good time to get into the token. And now we have, since basically came down and retested some of those areas. It's got as low as about 30 cents. So, no matter what, you're in profit. But right now, I can see a little pattern emerging. And I think some of you in the Disco fam are pointing it out right now. You're yelling at your screen. Of course, we're talking about a cup and handle pattern. Now, the cup and handle pattern does give you a target. You draw out your cup, you figure out the depth of the cup, you have your handle, and then when you break out of the handle, then you can measure that same distance, and that gives you your price objective. So let's go ahead and draw out the pattern right here. So we're going to go ahead and measure the depth of this cup. We're going to go all the way down to about the middle right there. It goes down to about 28.5 cents. And then we're going to put this from the neckline or the cup line, the top of the cup, and our target is going to be, make sure we're on the regular chart. That gives us a target of 138. Now, I wanted to point out this price range of $1.38. And so this is where I'm thinking Aerodrome is going to be its next major level of resistance. And I got two reasons why. Number one, we do have the technical pattern here. But number two is going to be the price history with Aerodrome. I was actually kind of shocked at how much confluence there is right around this 138.5 range. You can see right there on the way down, it was tested as a line of resistance. Also, during the first run-up, pretty close to testing the line of resistance right there. But when you go back to the original run-up, February 2024, ran up all the way into March 2024, and then we consolidated all through April right in this range as well, in that $1.38 range. So that's what I got for my target, and right now it is slowing down. Now you can see this blue line right here. This is the 200-day simple moving average. This is also going to be an important level for Aerodrome to pass. It's probably going to consolidate for a while before it rockets through. Just looking at the history here, you can see, kind of acted as support, then flipped into resistance. But if we look at the first time Aerodrome was able to pass this level, wicked into it a third time, and then on the fourth day, it burst through the 200-day simple moving average. And so that's kind of what we're looking at right here. We kind of hit against it once, and we might wick into it a second time. So maybe it's going to take a little bit, and then boom, to $1.38 we go. I still am more long-term bullish. I just want to give you your short-term price action. And let me say this, if you end up buying the top, I wouldn't hate, maybe consolidating and up in that bag. If we reject off this 200-day moving average, you can see, we rejected off of it when it was support, bounced off of it, and rejected off of it when it was resistance. And so if we end up making maybe a little bit of a move somewhere around this cup line, maybe a little below the cup line. I'd be looking to, maybe acquiring more Aero if you got in above $2 or above $1.50. But that's my Aerodrome price prediction, $1.38 in the short term. We're going to come back and we're going to revisit this just like we revisited this video right here where I mispronounce good old Aerodrome. So I'm Deezy, and hopefully I'll see you in your Aerodrome at the top.